Best of Bondi. I can only imagine what's in there.
Yeah, I've seen some amazing rescues down here at Bondi.
As lifeguards, we generally take people on face value.
Attacked by a gummy shark, punched it in the nose to get it off me.
I've got to admit, he sort of conned us all at the beginning, for sure.
Harry's rescue in the South Corner has to be one of the best.
Yeah. Harry's fancies himself as a bit of a superhuman / lifeguard, but I'll tell you what, that young Korean kid was all over him.
Take me back to the sweet times, the hot nights. Everything is gonna be alright in the summertime. Baby, in the summertime, that is where I'll
be. The last 8 years in a few words. A box of Smarties. So many different coloured and variations on the themes.
We get to save lives, which makes you feel really good at the end of the day. And like, tell chicks or your mum or anyone you want that you saved lives today. What'd you do today? Save a life? What'd you do? Make a sandwich?
There's the funny bits, the serious bits, the sad bits. You know, it's been real life, a real life experience.
When you're going for a rescue, you never know what you're going to get. Most people enter the water waist depth, don't realise what could happen in the next couple of steps. When they take that step and they're up over their head in water and can't touch the bottom, the rip starts moving and starts taking them out into the deep water. That's when the panic sets in. They might swallow some water, they're not breathing properly until they can nearly drown in waist-depth water. I was down on the water's edge and I got a call through the radio.
Well, you got those two straight in front of you there. That guy's struggling.
Yeah, I'll go in.
Yeah, he's going under, mate.
The Bondi Rescue cameraman who was in the water filming, and he heard the guy screaming, he moved across and held him up first until I got there.
Hang on. Don't panic.
Help me, please.
You're all right, mate. You're all right. Settle down.
When I first went out, it was really just a standard rescue. It was just a matter of putting him on the board and paddling him back. But it became difficult because of the language barrier and the amount of panic. I realised when I got close to him how much panic he was in.
Settle down.
You could see it in his eyes, and he really didn't know who I was. He didn't know what to do.
Just lie there, mate.
I think he thought I was saying, get off my board.
No. Lie. Hang on. Just hang on. You're right.
Then he just started going wild.
You're right. I'm trying to. Settle down.
Can't get this guy in. Dead set panicking out there.
Reedy came out to back me up. And then the guy's friends decided to help as well, and then they needed rescuing. So now we had 3 men, and none of them could swim a stroke.
Yeah, Ryan, Bob, you guys there with Hoppo, mate? This guy's struggling.
Hey, go left. I'm going as well. Looks like there's a little...
Every board was taken, so Yak had to commandeer some kid's board to come and help.
Pretty heavy. There's no one else on the beach at the moment, so we've got to try to get the boys back into their positions again. And you know, if something else happened, it's pretty dangerous.
You've got to lie down, mate. Mate, we're going in there. You hang on.
The man's name was Simon, and he only just arrived in Australia.
They just helped me. I'm very thankful for him.
Actually, mate, we don't know how to swim. That's why.
Yeah, it's not easy with that big blokes on that little board, is it?
No. People that panic in the water, it stops them from assessing the situation, and they make the wrong decisions rather than staying calm where they can sit back and realise what they're doing and then make the correct decision.
Mate, Bondi attracts everyone. You know, from people who can't swim, to people using drugs, to people taking photos of kiddies, to thieves, to fights.
You get the backpackers that come down drunk every morning, swimming in their clothes.
Morning, people.
Yeah, big buses of Asian tourists that come down, they jump straight off the bus and they just all bolt straight in the ocean.
You know, you think you've seen it all and something just tops it.
8:30 last night, in the water, attacked by a gummy shark. Punched it in the nose to get it off me, fired it with it a bit. Then after that, yeah, pretty much it.
Mate, there was no one else around, eh? Mate, you've done well, I'll tell you what. As far as I know, there hasn't been an attack in Bondi for 70 or 80 years, you know what I mean? Here's this guy with these gouges out of the top of his arm.
After the bite last night, I laid down and I was unconscious, so I fell asleep and woke up this morning with a lot of blood on my arm, so went back in the water again this morning to clean it. The salt water, yeah.
You've got to sort of give people, you know, benefit of the doubt, I guess.
So you went for a swim at 8:30 p.m. last night and you woke up on the rocks at 10 o'clock this morning.
Yep.
And you'd only had 3 cans of beer last night.
Yep.
Guy was a 34-year-old man. He just arrived from Tasmania with his girlfriend, Kelly.
All right, mate, take it easy.
Mate, I've got to put the bandage on it.
Yeah, if you keep sucking on that whistle, the pain will go away.
Trust me, it's not going to go away. I've had 3 pain forward. And,
when did you have those and where did you have those? Did you have those on the rocks with you?
No, I had them this morning at 6 o'clock when I woke up.
Okay, so you didn't sleep on the rocks. You've obviously been home somewhere if you've taken...
sleep on the rocks.
Right.
That's the story you've given us. Yeah.
All right, Scott.
We're going to help you up, Cam. We're going to get you to the ambo, all right?
What's on for you, see?
Yeah, we're usually pretty good at reading people down here, but this guy definitely got us. Give it to him.
Well, they're proper bite marks, mate. Like these, you know.
To me, I could be wrong, I'm not infallible, but that looked like teeth to me.
It's like, you don't hear stories like that.
What? He was like, how far out was he? Was he...
Well, no, he said he punched it in the nose, he wrestled it off, fought it off, and came back to shore and passed out.
Good story.
Well, it's not a dog, there's no tigers around.
It's been so long down here since there's been a shark attack.
I was kind of thinking, you know what, I'll just roll with this one. I don't think it's a shark bite, but we'll see what happens in the end.
Obviously, sharks' teeth, you know, are quite long and they can penetrate quite deep down, so we've got to make sure that hasn't gone down into the elbow joint.
That's the most.
Yeah, the one above the joint's the worst one.
Are you allergic to anything?
Yeah, sharks.
Yeah, see, that's gone into the capsule of the elbow, okay?
Scott was a 34-year-old man. He's got these massive gouges out of his arm, stating that he'd been attacked by a shark. It took a while to get to the truth.
You didn't think of coming up last night?
It was all a big shot. Yeah, and I ran out of that water so fast. Yeah. And then I just collapsed. Okay. And went to sleep.
Anyway, you're here now, which is the main thing.
You can't go back. You can't turn around and say, look, I'm sorry, guys, you know, I've made a mistake. You know what I mean? It's gone too far for that. So you got to run with it. And run with it he did.
I just kept on hitting him in that nose as much as could, because it's so hard to hit through water.
The orthopaedic surgeons have come down, and the wound that we saw on the elbow, it does need to go to theatre, and the others need to be washed as well and then sutured. And the best way to do that is in theatre under a general anaesthetic. We've assessed nerve damage and he's got normal sensation. He's been very lucky.
Chapo, he's never been convinced the whole time, so he starts doing a little bit of his own investigation.
Maxie, we'll go and see if there's any blood. Maybe find out a little bit more about this story. Doesn't seem to be anything else up here, right? Like, no blood or anything that I can see.
By the time this guy had been wheeled into hospital for his shark bite, the story had gone worldwide.
A shark has attacked a swimmer at Sydney's world-famous Bondi Beach. It's the first such attack in 70 years. He managed to break free and escape after punching the shark on the nose.
So the next day, Scotty returned to Bondi.
Hey, Scotty, how are you, mate? The story's spot on. Spot on, yeah. Couldn't get much more spot on. Bloody spot on.
Don't cry.
It's all true, but scary and it's upsetting, and yeah, I'm just grateful that I'm still here.
It's only a small one.
Didn't look small yesterday.
He hadn't been bitten by a shark and he had us all fooled.
Do you remember it like whack, whack?
3 times.
Yeah.
Three times. But
It's come from an angle.
yeah. Real glad I came out better.
Yeah, God,
It's
yeah.
like having a fight with Mike Tyson, but I never got the ear chewed off.
Things started unravelling, and as the information came out, we all started being a bit more like Chapo, a bit sceptical in that.
When I spoke to him, he genuinely believed that he'd been attacked by a shark.
Or he's a tremendous con artist, one of the greats of all time.
This has got to be one of the biggest hoaxes we've ever seen down here. Let me read it to you. Bondi's bogus bite, shark attack, just a fishy line. Shark attack never occurred, and the man who made the claim has been arrested for theft, sources have told. Take a look at him.
Although I did say only 99% I was convinced, I never was quite 100% convinced.
That 1% plays a big role down here.
It does now.
It just means we've taken another dimension to our job. We're private detectives now. You know, we solve crimes as well as rescue people.
Well, you'd be Kojak then if there wasn't.
It turns out that he put his arm through a glass window to try and steal something. And it's simple as that. They was a thief.
When I saw the newspaper article, I was bloody outraged.
As it turned out, he got caught by the police through his stupidity anyway.
Bobby prides himself on being right a lot of the time, and, you know, I'm sure he felt a little bit foolish once he realised that he was completely wrong. It's good to see him like that. Humbles him.
Mate, you know what? You got to put your hand up and go, he got me.
Punched it in the nose to get it off me, fighted with it a bit.
Probably sits in a hotel somewhere in Tasmania every night and tells a story and has a laugh with his mates at our expense, but, mate, that's all right. Good as gold.
Those people out on the sandbank, fellas, do you mind paying some attention? Move back over this way.
I know this is the best of Bondi Rescue, but I did not expect there to be a best of megaphone category.
Boys, for the 5th time, this is not a swimming area. Yeah, you're laughing, mate. You'll go to New Zealand if you're not careful. You're all ignoring me.
If there was to be a winner of the best of megaphone category, it'd have to be H-Man, hands down.
Now, you nearly lost your buddy. This lady or this guy here, you'll go too. Don't swim here. Why do you think I'm making this? Do you think I like it? Lady walking in a trouble right now. Hello, lady. Hello.
Yeah, H is weaving magic down here.
Oh, I love you, mate.
H-Man did a really serious rescue one day down a backpackers.
Guy in the southern corner, Harry. Was it a Harry south corner?
Yeah, H, they've got their hands up, mate. You have to go again.
On the way, mate. It doesn't take long for someone to drown. Some people yell and scream and battle. Other people just sink.
Come on, H. Get out there.
You're not red and yellow flags up. What are you doing swimming outside the flag?
When he pulled the bloke out of the water, the guy was only just alive. Like, he dead set, nearly died 10 seconds ago. And the first thing H says to him is, swim between the flags.
Let's get him on now.
Then he started freaking, so I had to give him a little tap. You have to get him back into here and now so you can bring him back to shore.
People don't realise how serious it is out there, you know. And, mate, yeah, H went to town.
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
These people were laughing and I didn't think it was very funny.
Now, don't give me this. You should be up in the flags. Never swim outside the flags. Yeah. Okay? Thank you. He nearly drowned. You nearly lost him. You wouldn't have been smiling.
serious. You nearly died. In the people's defence, they were embarrassed. You know, I found this out afterwards, and it made me feel a little bit bad. But then I thought, nah, I can only react on what's happened. Hey, you nearly went down. You nearly died. Another 2 minutes here and gone. I pull him like this. Okay, serious. 12 years I've been on the beach, you know, that goes in the top 5. And look, I'm nervous, I'm scared. I thought I was going to miss him. I mean, like, he'd sink. I don't like seeing him sink.
Yeah, I don't think some people realise how quickly it can happen. You've seen it and I've seen it. It's a horrible thing to happen for a lifeguard to...
The real thing is we're responsible for people's lives, so we take it really seriously. We were called to do something down the south end. And as we were going down, Terry said, hey, you better come back. Looks like that guy's collapsed. So we've come back, and that's when the whole reality of the situation hit, for sure.
Look at this. Look what we got here. We've got beer, we've got salt water, we've got the whole lot. We're going to need to get rid of the beer bottles. We get this guy's name's Son, the guy you rescued, and he's feeling quite ill. I reckon he's got a combination of beer and a whole lot of salt water.
Any ingested water through the lungs has to be treated in hospital, because people can drown a couple of hours later or even the next day.
On Bondi Beach, we get lots of lost kids. We get kids that can't speak English. We get kids of all age groups. We get kids with different haircuts. We get kids of cultures from all around the world. So, you know, you have that crying kid and you have the kid that's smiley and happy to sit up in the tower and wait for mum or dad to come back.
Thank you. Well, you scared me. You scared me.
They might be small, but they can be a real handful. Where are you going to go?
It's cool here, see?
Nice. Yeah. Find your mum and dad.
Harry's just found this poor little Asian boy lost, crying, and he obviously doesn't know any English, and Harry's can't speak any Chinese, so it's just a big language barrier.
Far out. This is a hard one.
I might just hit up someone.
I'll tell you what, that young Korean kid was all over him.
It's all right. Where are you going to go?
It's cool here, see?
Nice. Yeah. Find your mum and dad.
Harry's just found this poor little Asian boy lost, crying, and he obviously doesn't know any English, and Harry's can't speak any Chinese, so it's just a big language barrier.
China? Malaysia?
I was trying to form a relationship with him and we just weren't getting along.
All right, can you have some water? Come on.
Harry's fancies himself as a bit of a superhuman / lifeguard.
It's all right. Settle.
He usually thinks he's pretty much on top of his game down here, but I'll tell you what, that young Korean kid was all over him.
It's all right. He's so cute. He's got little... Oh, even hand signals. He's only so young and the poor thing's so worked up. He's just hammered me with sand. Because he couldn't speak any English, I had to try and find a translator.
Not a very happy chappy.
He's not happy.
Sắp xếp con không đúng bà. Với papa. Hả? Thôi em kiếm giúp bà ba mì à? I can't understand what he's saying.
He come down with a tour group and they've left.
Who knows? Is he going upstairs? He's lost. The poor little chap doesn't know what's going on.
This is good. This is what I like.
Harry's is really good with dealing with kids because he's kind of on that intelligence level. And I just thought straight away when Harry's was dealing with that young bloke, I thought that's a good match. You know, they can talk about squares and circles and colours and triangles.
Anyone there? This one? Hold on, I might try one more time. Ready? 0, and you go. Which one? But just before the mystery number connects... Oh, great. Oh! Oh, no, no! Oh, no, no! It turned out that Sungwoong's family were on a holiday from Korea. The reunion is just the most special thing to see a son or daughter, you know, in the arms of their mother or father. And I tell you what, it's just heartfelt because the lifeguards go through hell waiting for their parents to turn up.
How long are you here in Australia for?
20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Yeah.
And you lost...
Yes.
Yeah. Whew.